All right, let's start with the Bills. Let's start with the big dog in the division.
We think after all the moves that we made that we might actually be able to compete, and we haven't been able to do that. So we're pretty excited about it. But as far as the Bills, they retained some guys. They re-signed Matt Milano, Greg Russo. They gave their corner Christian Benford big money. They added Joey Bosa, which, I wouldn't have minded getting him, just for a situational pass rusher. But they had a good draft. They had Maxwell Hairston, who they got in the first round, who I think is a stud. Landon Jackson, who's a guy that I liked. I had my eye on him. And then they took Deion Walker, who's a DT from Kentucky, in the fourth round, and he's huge. So they basically replenished what they lost. They beefed up on their defense, but I think that they had overall a pretty good offseason. They're maintaining their par for the course right now. So I think they did good. In general, I like what the Bills did, and that kind of makes me a little bit angry.
They're clearly saying on offense that we feel good with what we got. Josh Allen spreads the ball around, but also these guys get yards after the catch. Every guy in that offense gets 7 to 9 yards after the catch. James Cook was 9 yards after the catch. This team is clearly hanging their hat on their pass production, on Josh Allen, and you have these guys now, and they drafted some D tackles. They want to stop the run. They want to get after the quarterback. So everything that they've done through the offseason and through the draft says exactly that. But overall, they're the top dog, right?
For sure.
If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man, right? Yeah. Mike and I are very, clear on this. Their run offense between Josh Allen and James Cook is the best.
We'll be able to D those guys up, but as far as how our record will be against the Bills this year, with my perpetual rose-colored glasses, I'm going to say 1-1. I think we can steal one off of this team.